Hey guys, so I probably look a little bit scary right now because I'm in the middle of filming a tutorial for this eye look, but this video is going to be a first impression review on two different products. It's going to be a first impression of the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation and Concealer. This video is also very exciting because it's a collaboration with my friend LuvLaurenAshley here on YouTube, so I will link her channel down below, but we basically decided to do a review on the same foundation and concealer because we have different skin types. I have normal to dry skin, whereas she has oily skin. So if you have my skin type, normal to dry, then you can get a little better sense of how the foundation and concealer are going to work on your skin. And if you have a little more oily skin, then you can go check out her video and see her thoughts for oily skin on how this foundation and concealer works for that. So we thought it would be a great idea to give two different viewpoints for two different skin types on the same foundation and concealer, because skin type is a very big factor on when you're deciding to go with a new foundation. So before I put it on and tell you my thoughts about it, I'll just tell you a little bit more about the product. So the foundation was $14.99 at Rite Aid and the concealer was $12.99. So they're pretty pricey for drugstore products, because I don't know, like, foundations and concealers at the drugstore are getting way up there and I don't understand it, but hopefully this is worth the money. So the back of the foundation says it's supposed to instantly blur lines, spots, and uneven texture for younger looking skin in just seconds. Skin feels touchably soft and smooth. I got the shade 204 Creamy Natural. Luckily there was one tester at the drugstore. They just had like a tester bottle of it and it was in one kind of like medium shade. So I guess you could test that on your hand or your neck or whatever and then go from there as to what shade you are, which I thought was really cool. And then the concealer, I got the shade 302 Light, and it says instantly blurs the look of lines, spots, and under eye circles. And then the front says Opti Blur Technology, Octinoxate Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 18. So it does have SPF in it. The concealer does not, but the foundation does. And the concealer also says Technology OptiBlur Technology. There you go. So they come in these tubes. I like the fact that the foundation comes in a tube because I do like foundations in a tube, but for the concealer I feel like this could get a little bit messy, but we will see. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right in now and start applying the foundation. I hope this is a good match. I tested it on myself. I tested the tester one on myself in the store, and this was just the shade up, because the tester one did look a little bit light for me, so I got the next shade up. So I'm putting about that much on my little coaster thing here. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur as a primer, just because I always put primer on. And I'm going to do half of my face with a beauty blender and the other half with an F80 brush, because those are really the only two ways that I apply foundation. So I'm going to start off with one half with my F80. Just going to get a little bit of it on the tips of my brush. So I'm going to get a little bit of it on the tips of my brush, and then we're just going to go to work. This seems like a good match. It might be a little tiny bit too light just because my body is a little more tan than my face, and I usually like to match my face to my body, but I guess we could bronze it up. It's going on. It really doesn't feel like anything is going on my skin. Like, it's, I don't know, it's very like slick feeling, but not greasy, just like maybe a little bit silicone-y. But it's blending nicely. It's not covering everything. Well, yeah, actually it covers really nicely. There are some spots peeking through, but for the most part it looks good. And I am breaking out pretty bad right now. I'm sorry for the bus outside. Like, I live on an avenue in New York City. There's nothing I can do about it. You'd think in 2014 that buses would be quieter, but nope, it's not covering everything. Like, I have a big breakout right down here and it's a little red still peeking through, but for the most part it looks nice. Don't know how I feel about this yet. Well, as you can see, this side of my face looks way better than this side. So I would say it has about, I would say medium coverage. No, light to medium. Yeah, light to medium coverage so far. So now I'm going to do the other half of my face with my beauty blender. See if I maybe get a little better coverage with a beauty blender, because sometimes that happens. And I will say that I squeezed out at first what I thought would be enough for my whole face, but it isn't, and I just had to squeeze out more. So a lot easier to put on with the beauty blender. I don't know that it's giving any better coverage though, So I guess either or would work. I feel like the F80 gave a little better coverage actually. Once again, blendable. I can still see my freckles, which I usually can't through my foundation. So I'm gonna say this is light to medium because usually with a medium to full coverage foundation, with any other foundation I use, my freckles don't peek through because they're not very noticeable, but you can see them through this one. So as you can see, my shoulders are way tanner than my face, but they usually are. Like my neck just like doesn't get tan. But I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this just yet. I'm going to put a second layer down here because I'm breaking out really bad down here. I know I look crazy with like huge lashes and nothing on my face. I guess I can save this redness down here to be concealed with the concealer. So I guess we can do that now. I'm just going to use my beauty blender to put it on because I don't know. I don't think it would matter either way. So I'm going to maybe squeeze some out onto my coaster again, which I don't like for concealer, but I guess it's fine. Yeah, I'm going to put some under my eyes with my finger and then blend it out. Like kind of like I do with the Pro Longwear. Oh, this is, I like this concealer the way it feels right now. I feel like it might be, I'm liking it. I feel like I put a lot on, but I do love to conceal, so that's fine. It feels really nice. It's like not thick at all, blending really nicely. Gonna conceal these blemishes down here. I don't know why I'm breaking out. I think it's because I didn't change my Clarisonic head, and I just did, so I hope it clears up from doing that, but I think it's because I hadn't changed it in like a little over 3 months. So I guess it was just time to change it because you're supposed to every 3 months. Let's do some highlighting. Going concealer crazy, but it's okay. I usually do anyway. Okay. I look crazy. Okay, let's blend this out. I like this. I like the concealer more than I like the foundation, I think. I can see a little blueness peeking through from my under eyes, but that's, I don't know, there's just something about my under eyes that never gets concealed. But I do really like the way this looks. I can definitely say that I like the concealer way better than I like the foundation. As for the blemishes, it's not concealing them as well as I would like, but I think they're just like those stubborn ones that nothing will conceal. Actually, no, some of them it has concealed really nicely. I think there's just a few that are really stubborn and just won't be covered by anything, but I think I really love this concealer. The foundation I don't think is my favorite. I also squeezed too much of the concealer out onto my coaster, which is why I don't like that it's in this tube, because I know I'm going to use a little too much every single time. But yeah, I think the packaging for the concealer, I wish it was a pump or something different, like a doe foot applicator or something, because do you see all of this concealer I have left? And I only squeezed a little bit, and you saw how much I put on. So I just feel like I'm always going to use too much, and I'm going to waste a lot of product with that, with this method of packaging. But for the foundation, I kind of have the opposite. Like I squeezed out not enough. Like I had to use like 2 little dollops, which I felt like was a lot because it still didn't cover as much as I would like it to. But I can say right off the bat, I really like the concealer. The foundation, I don't know how I feel about it. I think I might return it. But we'll see how it works throughout the day. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye, actually just my whole face, with the Becca translucent blotting powder, because this is what I use every first impression review for foundations. Just because it's the lightest powder, doesn't really have any effect on coverage or anything like that. Just kind of sets it into place. So I'm gonna finish up my makeup. Once again, I have a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing now, so I'll link that down below, but I'm gonna go finish it up first, and then I'll be back once my whole face is done to give you my like initial full face thoughts. Okay guys, so my makeup is on. I finished my tutorial. Now, thoughts on the foundation. I think the color is too light for me, but it is the summertime, so maybe it definitely would be a better match for me later on in the year, like in the winter and stuff. But the concealer I really like. It really concealed under my eyes well. I like the way my skin looks. It's a little bit powdery, maybe throughout the day. I feel like throughout the day the oils are going to come through. It's going to look a little better, like the CoverGirl one did, just because this is a foundation geared towards older women, not older women, but like it says visible lift blur, like that is obviously for wrinkles and things. So I feel like it's going to be a little more hydrating, a little more moisturizing, and my oils are going to come through and kind of give me a little more sheen, because I do kind of like a sheen. Let's be honest, I don't like to look dry because I am dry. But right now, my face is looking a little powdery. I wish I could set it, but I won't, just for the sake of this review. But let's just see how it wears throughout the day. So right now it is 1:12 p.m. You can't see that at all. Getting kind of a late start on the day, but that's okay. So I'll check back in a few hours and we will see how I like it then. But so far, not my favorite. Concealer, loving, but the foundation, not my favorite right now. Hey guys, so I'm back and I think I hate this foundation because I know the lighting is weird right now because it's a little past 8 and so the sun is going down right now and the lighting is basically all artificial and it's making me look really ghostly, but I have to say that I felt like I looked ghostly for the entire day and now I just look ghostly and greasy. I don't think I like this foundation, like, at all. Another thing is that it's called the Visible Lift Blur Foundation, and I feel like blurring your imperfections is definitely supposed to include blurring your large pores, and I feel like my pores look even larger than they do without the foundation. And my nose is like super greasy. Ugh, oh my god, it's grossing me out. I really want to wash it off. And it's like worn off all around my nose, and I haven't really touched like those spots, even though I usually do, but I really made an effort to like not touch my face today. I just don't like the way my skin looks. This is definitely too light for me, but even still, I don't think I would like it better if it matched me better. I'm definitely going to return the foundation. As for the concealer, I do like it. I think I'm going to keep the concealer and return the foundation. So I guess that's kind of good that I actually like one of the products and I don't hate both of them, but I feel like the game changer was going to be the foundation and I hate it. So I don't know, and especially because I'm so greasy, I wonder how it's going for Lauren because she has oily skin as it is and I don't, and like I really want to wash my face. It's really like irking me that I'm so greasy right now. It's not coming off as greasy on camera. I really feel like I look horrible on camera. Like that's not good, and I feel like it's my skin that looks horrible. It's not my makeup. Like I like my eye makeup, loving this lip color. It's literally just my foundation that is making me self-conscious being on camera, and my hair, but that's a different story. Okay, my hair's up now. That didn't really help. Now I feel even worse. But yeah, I feel like I look terrible in this foundation and that's just not okay by me. Yeah, like around my chin, it's really greasy and worn off down here. My blemishes are peeking through a lot. My blush and bronzer is really, really faded. Like there's almost like splotches in it. And I don't know, this foundation is kind of a fail for me. The concealer, I'm gonna keep. I like this, but the foundation, complete fail, and I really don't like it. And for the most part, I can usually find like one thing I like about a foundation, but this one, I don't like anything about it, which is crazy, especially because it's $15. $15 at the drugstore is insane. So I kind of had high hopes for this and was hoping it would be amazing because $15 at the drugstore is just not okay. But yeah, once again, remember that this is a collab with my friend LuvLaurenAshley here on YouTube. So I'll link her channel and her video down below so you guys can check that out and see how she felt about the foundation. For my normal to dry skin, it made me look greasy, so I can only imagine what it's doing to her skin, but I won't assume anything. Let's just see what she says. But for me, I hate it. For my recommendation, I'm just gonna say don't pick this up. The concealer I like a lot. The foundation, do not get this. But yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you're here from Lauren's channel, then hello, nice to meet you. I promise I'm not this angry about makeup usually. I just really don't like this foundation. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If it helped you out on whether you should pick up this foundation, please let me know in the comments because I'm just really kind of baffled at how much I dislike this foundation because I usually find like something that I like about a product with any product. But thank you all so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.